Hey everybody, it's Yusef and Rusty for Dad's Free Time Game Reviews, where I review the games that I play when no one needs me. Today's game is Nickelodeon Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for the Xbox 360. Now let's get one thing straight. This game is by no means actually good. The only way I would play this game is if my little daughter needed a game to learn how to play beat-em-ups. The story is that the Ninja Turtles are trying to get the mutagen back from Shredder. That's it. Of course, they have to fight all of Shredder's minions one by one to stretch out the actual story, but that's the whole story. And the way they tell the story is pretty atrocious. They kind of made Ninja Turtle robotic puppets and have them perform the same puppet-like movement mechanically like a robot band member at Chuck E. Cheese or something. But if the Ninja Turtles have something to say in the middle of a stage, they use real comic book artwork. I would actually like to see more of that artwork than the robotic puppets. Also, the mics that they use to record the voices of the turtles keep peaking when they get excited, meaning that whenever Leonardo yells, the threshold of the audio hits to the top and starts to make staticky noises, which is pretty unacceptable in a game of any magnitude for the 360, even if it is a tie-in game for the Nickelodeon show.
I got it! Team Butt Kick! Or Team Face Smash! Yeah!
When the game first starts, the turtles are horrible. They move slower than you feel they should move. However, as the game moves along, you can upgrade your turtles, and then, when you fully upgrade the turtles, they are tolerable. My favorite turtle is Raphael, but the way Raphael plays in the game is not the most fun. Raphael is the strongest and can take the most damage. He also is the slowest runner, and all his attacks are linear, which means that, surrounded with a group of bad guys, he can only attack the one that's directly in front of him. And also because he uses his size as a weapon, you know, the little 3-pronged knives, he has the least range of all of the turtles. Now that would be fine, except this game has a little problem with the combo system. You see, you need to connect with the very first strike in the combo to do the rest of it. Raphael has a hard time connecting with the first strike, so if you're playing with a bunch of your friends, you definitely want to have the dumbest person use Raphael. The rest of the turtles are actually a lot more fun to play with, and I find myself switching around with them a lot. The two turtles that you want to play with is Leonardo and Michelangelo, because Leonardo is a good middle person with the second best reach, but Michelangelo is pretty fast, and you need him if you're going to be farming for points so that you can upgrade your turtles quickly. The way the game works is that you need to chain your attacks together without getting hit. The higher your combo is, the stronger your attacks will be. You also, depending on how much you've upgraded your turtle, have a super move. The lowest level takes 1 bar and it barely does anything but knock people out. But the second level will pause everybody's game and then make your turtle do a little fighting form dance thing, and then you come back to the screen and the turtle does the exact same thing as the first move, just stronger with more of a light show. The higher level your attack, obviously, the stronger your light show. Being able to upgrade the turtles relies on your ability to get mutagen canisters hidden all over the stages. The more canisters you get, the more abilities you unlock. Most of the canisters are hidden throughout the level, and you are tipped off to look for them when you hear a certain noise that signifies canisters are close. The other canisters you have to find using a mini-game involving putting your scanner's reticle on a hidden switch that will reveal the canister. These canisters aren't hard to find. The turtle you are controlling will say something like, "Oh boy, we're getting close to another lame gimmicky minigame." Then you run around in that area until you find it. Because it's a brawler and not a platformer, they cannot really hide the canisters very well, and they aren't in a trash can or a milk carton or anything, so don't waste your time breaking everything in the level looking for them. I unlocked all the abilities a little more than halfway through the game. The tutorial is not very forthcoming with information, so you're welcome for that secret advice. The boss fights are okay. Sometimes they're filled with a lot of strategy that's kind of obvious, and sometimes it's not so obvious if you're trying not to get hit. One thing is for sure, once you figure out the pattern, you'll probably never get hit in the boss fights again. The one problem that you will probably loathe is the turtle AI is laughably horrible. Not that they run into walls or anything, but they don't really help at all, leaving you to pretty much be the only person to take out everyone. They only really exist so that you can switch to different turtles on the fly, or your friends can come in while you're playing. What sucks is that if one of the turtles dies, then you lose a life, so you have to try your best to keep them from getting their butts kicked, which is fine during the regular stages because the bad guys are not that good either. But when you fight the bosses, your artificial brothers do not know how to get out of the way of a punch, so you really have to use your points to get them extra resiliency to damage, so they don't die and take up all of your men. If you notice that one of your brothers is hurt, you have to switch to them so that you can get health power-ups to make them better. At one point, I had gotten all the collectibles in the game, and then the game told me that I get to play the arcade game. I got really excited because I was thinking the arcade game from my childhood may be the game. That would have definitely made this game worth it, just being able to play another game after I played this crappy game. But no, they were just talking about the arcade game in the back of the lair at the intro screen. It's 2016. Why in the world are parents or teenagers in 2016 trying to play some really cheap, old, pixelated, tired-looking game? You're telling me that Donatello, being some sort of super genius, he can't just fix up some Xbox 360s that were being thrown away, or make some sort of all-inclusive console that takes every game? What a waste of Krang technology. Nickelodeon's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is a pretty bad game. The controls are very stiff, the characters look very stiff, and there's not much to it as far as story or actual gameplay. However, a game that is so abnormally simple that my wife can play it deserves to be kept in my library. Someday you'll have children. If you want them to play games with you, you will need a few games that a kid or a grown adult with a master's degree that has no hand-eye coordination can play. This game has couch co-op, puzzles that are easy to solve, and a very simple story that basically goes along with any episode of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It could have been done better and had a lot more teamwork elements put into it, and I will probably have to provide a lot of back commentary with my child to keep them interested, but that's okay. Anyway, that's all I got. Make sure you hit the subscribe button if you haven't. And if you hit a like button on any of my videos, any of them at all, thank you so much. You're really helping me out right there. Because there's no Let's Play on this game, there is no actual cover art that I did. But you're welcome to check out any other artwork that I did on my Crafty Acuity YouTube channel, or just go to CraftyAcuity.org so you can just see the regular artwork. You guys have a nice week. Whoop-de-whoop. Peace.